la la.
Good afternoon, everyone. Captain Lane speaking, and wishing you a safe travels to your crypto destination. For those of you traveling with mice, please securely position your cursor over the like button below and right-click with your favorite finger. For those with touchscreen devices, we ask that you gently press the
Greetings to the crypto community. We are pseudo-anonymous. We are here to smash that like button. We believe this content needs to reach more people like you. We are watching. We are listening. Most importantly, we are liking and subscribing. We are pseudo-anonymous. Expect us.
Hey, Kimmy, baby, I had a book over here in this drawer. You seen it?
You mean a little black book? Oh, honey, I cleaned out those drawers in that whole room and made a big donation to Goodwill. But don't worry, we can get you another one.
Oh, hell no. You're never going to believe what happened to me today at the Goodwill. I found a book of seed phrases, honey. I can get those hair transplants now. Oh.
Go best friend. That's my best friend. Go best
Check,
friend.
1 2 1 2.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend.
Just give it a few moments, see if somebody else will, anybody else is coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, the party is about to start. Please buckle in. Put on your safety equipment. This could get a little hairy. Bring your razor along too.
It's probably because somebody hit that like button before. And for those of you who hit that like button, comment, subscribe, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much. Well, it's all right now because it's anything you do. Well, that's all right. Oh, baby, that's all right.
Some call him the Nostradamus of crypto. His charting skills have discovered new entire galaxies. He wants
It is 1:48. Going to give it just a little more time here. We got 3 people. Thank you very much.
What do you do when the market crashes?
I buy more. And I also subscribe to Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the only show that boasts its own turkey doing crypto market analysis. You've heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The only live turkey on YouTube giving out chart analysis. Now, bear in mind, this is not financial opinion. You'll have to get that from a financial advisor. But if you are looking for a crypto opinion that matters, you're in the right place. Let's get those nailed-it targets and figure out what is going on with this market. Welcome, everyone. Get ready for the show.
Dang, Habib, that was really good. Thank you. I've been practicing on my accents. It's worked. It's worked. The announcer accents work. Dang, that was really good, Habib.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Namaste. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Make sure my microphone is on. Everything's going on. Got 3 people hanging out there. About 3 people. Yeah. Wow. Party time. Okay, so let's look and see what's going on with Bitcoin, because she did not do what this idea was happening. This was an actual short trade setup that I put out. I don't know if it was last night or night before, and it looked good. Bearish flip of the moving averages. Look, they flipped over, and what happens is we came down here to this like little area, kind of corresponds over here, wick back up. I did draw this little trend line here, you know, and it caught over here, so that kind of brings us back into the pattern idea. But so this trade definitely would have got stopped out. I had a tight stop loss, but I would want a tight stop loss just in case something like this was to happen. I think I have a reason for this. I am not trusting this market. Now, what I did while we were dropping and losing areas, you know, my theory has been, you know, we're at 886 deep retracement where we should be rolling over. We might still be, but we might not be. And I've got some arguments to make for that. To me, I think price action is doing a little something funny. And when I say funny, I mean fake out funny, meaning they want you to think we're doing one thing while they do something else. And we are at the prime time for that to happen. That kind of thing happens if I can get to a chart that I can actually share here. That stuff happens before something like this. So I am seeing some signs that maybe we're trying to get to that at least higher high place. You're giving away my secrets there. Let me come over to a couple of charts that I'm looking at here. So here was the idea that I was floating last night at the end of the stream, because we had a question in, you know, what I thought about Bitcoin, and I was pointing out this little scenario, this scenario here, which I think may be what we're trying to do. If I can you find it and share it? That would be nice. I just put you over here. I just is it you? Oh, it's you. I didn't recognize it from such a. So let's zoom out. So here is an idea that could be setting us up for a big ass move to the upside. Not to trying to be overly bullish. We want to keep our minds within reason, but let me make my argument, because that's how I look at TA. It's kind of like you're building a case, like you're a lawyer getting before the judge to make a case. This was the last thing I showed before at the end of the stream last night. When I was following this guy, our trend line, we deviated from it. Let me make my argument here on the daily where it matters. Daily time frame. That's a trend line. We deviated from it here, so technically we're swinging up. There's a little bit of a curve there going on. That's bullish. Okay, no doubt about that. Then I was following this trend line over here. Probably looks a little better on the 4 hour. You probably see a little better. Yeah. And if we discount this, we're looking at this idea: bearish pattern, rising wedge, normally break to the downside. Normally break to the downside, about 60% chance for it to come down. It didn't do that. It broke to the upside, and that's bullish for that pattern. And that's one thing that I look for: breaking of a rising wedge to the wrong direction as the front runner for a parabolic move. I mean, one of those curvy moves where we go, you know, banana zone kind of thing. So we got two signs right here on the daily, deviating from our trend line and breaking out of a bullish pattern. Not only that, but retesting it. That was the thing. That's what's making me look at this differently right now. So this was an internal trend line that I was following through here. It was support, and then it was resistance, and that's what made this particular little pattern within the white lines. The orange line is this angle just extended to the top, and you can see we seem to be back in this channel idea. So we broke out of this channel, went into something else, and then got back in it. That's also bullish. There's three little signs that are saying, hey man, as far as price action goes, we're doing something a little against what we normally would do. So My thesis now is, as long as we hold this trend line, we got to bounce off of there. I'm a little pissed because I wasn't looking exactly at this earlier. I might not. I put some stop losses in about 101. Did I go down to one and? I must have been 101 and 102. Just to, you know, in case we start coming down, and because I was looking at the short idea. If we lose those areas, where's my other chart? Oh, that's because it's so big or something. Looking at, we lose those areas that we would be coming down, and then it stopped me out, and then it started just pumping, and I'm like, wait a minute. This is no bueno. You're not supposed to stop me out and then turn around in reverse. So they got me on a couple of stops. It wasn't like the whole position, but it was, you know, a good little chunk of change, so that I can have some dry powder in case we came down to 90,000 or something like that. Well, they got me. They're good. They're really good. But that's quite all right. Between 100 and 102,000 and where we are now, 103, 104,000, there's not too much big of a gap there if I want to make up some of it. So, back to this idea, we could be bouncing off, and then we're going to, you know, our last high was at about 106 or 105-ish. We are probably coming up to about 106, 107, just depending on where that trend line is, and see what happens there, and it could barely break out. We could be working on our higher high. So, let us get back to, let me get a chart that I haven't got. You're kind of decent. I don't have too much stuff over here. Nothing to. Yeah, we'll clear this one out. I'll use this guy. So our high over here, I'm going to go ahead and draw a little trend line just right on top of that wick. Just a little line there, and let me color code it gray or something so I know. So that's our target. For this, when we came down and made our lower low here, it does appear, even though, I mean, we got an argument. So, I mean, we're at a area. It feels so much like weekend trading, or like we're on a Thursday or Friday, the way that the parking is here. This is an 886 Fibonacci that we would normally get rejected there. Here's our tricky scenario that we're in, though, when it comes to this overall market thing. Here in the bull market, the bull run, when we should be going in banana zone, and we haven't. Here's the situation that we're facing. If this normal area that we often see a rejection for, come down looking for a higher low in most cases, but it could be a lower low, just because it is a lower high. That's the scenario that we're looking at. If we're doing all this, we were making higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. If this is our first higher low, then it kind of automatically signals that we would be coming down lower, just by market structure. So really, I mean, we need that higher high if we're going to keep our market structure up. So I'm starting to change my position on that. I was looking for a higher low, and then for us to probably, and when we were down here, you could see an argument for stair stepping up. When we already go up so high and we hit resistance already, that's got to make me look at us sideways here. So if we do find ourselves getting rejected here at the 886, let's say that this bullish situation that I'm thinking is starting to forming here, to give us a little surprise pump to, like, oh my God, you took me by surprise, I was going short. There could be a huge short squeeze. There could be a lot of things going on here. It is really a lot, people trying to figure out, am I shorting? Am I taking profits? What are we doing? If we do come down, here's our scenario. If we make a lower low, we'd be coming back down to 65,000, maybe 70,000, coming all the way back down to this area. That would be no bueno. That would also break a big ass trend line that we don't want to break. However, if we were continuing on our higher high thing, we've got some distance that we can actually get up to. And if we do an ABC equal D move, we're starting to look around 130 if that scenario plays out. It's not going to be an easy ride. If it does, it takes a while to get up there. But that's a possibility that we could be looking for. So I'm just going to mark that. Sounds crazy right now, I know. And definitely just a few weeks ago, I would have been, that's getting too, you're getting too moon boy. But a lot has happened since then, right? This is extremely bullish price action. All right, so I made the arguments that I could see on some of these other time frames to where we could have support and everything. And if we do get rejected, what that could mean for us. A lot of people see that as a bearish sign. And I think you would start hearing talk about some, $70,000 areas, lower lows and things like that, if we can't get past this area. And there is the hopeful situation that, yeah, maybe we can come down and then we just make a higher low and then finally knock that guy out. Possible, but it's kind of iffy, kind of sketchy at this point, with this being a lower high in this big picture thing. Again, our bullish trend has been making consecutive higher highs. We don't need, if we're going to do something different here, it could be spelling downside and people will be calling bear market and stuff like that. 2025, it's over. All right, so that's the scenario there, but there is that still, I just keep wanting to say this. That little sneaky thing that with our little 3 humps and a dump thump, it may be just 2 humps and then a pump, because this is looking bullish. And okay, so now here's the topper. Here's the other thing. Let's go over to the weekly. Let me give you some ideas here. This, I think, it takes a while for the weekly stuff to start playing out. And so I think the little drop down and losing some levels can affect us a little psychologically here. I mean, and we should be on our toes for that kind of stuff. But keep in mind the bigger time frames, the weekly, the MACD, the weekly MACD cross. Shall we take a few moments and just kind of recalibrate ourselves to what the bigger time frames are saying? Because I think that's vitally important right now if we don't want to screw up or make the wrong decisions or get freaking freaked out. When MACD was crossing bearish over here, I'm going to put a red line. We had that. When she was crossing bearish over here on the weekly, put a red line. When she crossed in bullish, and this is right before the bullish cross, because that's as close as I can get on this chart, I put a green line. Right, the week before we start crossing bullish, or right when she's starting to cross right there, and right when we get the blue candle, I put the red line. Let's go see the chart. So this was technically a sell signal. She did come up, but she eventually came all the way down to 49. So we got that. It signifies it's a lagging indicator signifying, a change in trend in the momentum. Here was the green one when it crossed bullishly. Remember, and it was just right before the actual cross. Notice the 9 crossed over the 21 at the same time. That was kind of cool. That's a little bonus. And we had our big pump up. Bearish cross, pump down. Felt a little bit more intense than over here, but I guess as far as percentage wise, it was about the same. And then here is our bullish cross again, like we had here, after we had a few little candles or whatever. And this one's kind of strong already. And now we got our weekly MACD cross. I'm going to make the argument that they ready to pump us. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think that they're ready to try to pump us. So that's my message. Be on guard. We may be in seriously buy the dip territory. Now, I was also looking at total 3, which is our altcoins. Ah, crap. And I started putting these little notes over here, like we bounced off of a 382 area here. We're maintaining this kind of steep trend line. I was expecting her to roll over on total 3. Remember, we had this area of resistance over here, and I was expecting a retest back here because it's got a chance to come back. It looked like we were pulling back until today. And you can kind of see it going on right here. You see how that candle body is opened right above that one right there. Look, a little support resistance flip right between the candle bodies. I don't know if you can see that. Is that little mark right in here? What, you can't draw on this? Click it before you stick it. Oh man, you gotta press it. That little guy right there on the daily candles, that's kind of impressive. Now Bitcoin dominance is continuing to go down. She was looking like she was trying to find some support here. Now she's looking like, well, maybe I want to go down. So it can still find support, and this can flip flop on us and just come back down. But it looks like we're getting the catch there with our little dotted trend line. It's an interesting time to be in the market. And then over here, you know, Standard & Poor, SPX 500, you know, the Wall Street stuff, the tech stocks, they're doing good too. Another reason that we could be getting some nice, should we say liquidity? That's a popular word. Some inflow of money, people coming in, excitement of interest in like, hey man, that Bitcoin, tell me how to get some. If we bounce, then we happy. Otherwise, I buy here. That was my plan. We bounced. So, things are looking extremely bullish right now to me. The early stages of maybe we're getting ready to pump. Maybe the fears of the China tariff thing is over, at least for, you know, what is it, 90-day pause or something. But the markets are starting to look like they're interested in it. Total 3, the money flow here on the 4 hour. She looks good. She's good. She's ready. We're pumping, people. I feel like I'm late. Well, I don't know. I feel like it would have been a little bit more apparent to have caught these ideas earlier. But it's really all about them just kind of confirming some levels. And I do remember when we were down here in 78 and talking about, well, if we go up and, you know, drawing our 618 retracement areas, we expect rejection here, and we got it, and then we started getting bullish and getting above that 618, and I had to start changing my theory on this a little bit. I'm like, well, okay. And then we kept going and going. And I remember talking about here, you know, there'll be million boys will be drawing flags to the upside. We'll have targets up to 140, 130,000. And we are, but now instead of them just being speculative, there's a little bit more behind the meat to why that might be happening now. So it's looking very interesting. Very interesting. But this is, I got to keep in mind, this is a dangerous place just to decide that you're going to jump all in, though. It's a tricky place to have that conviction because you are at an area for rejection. But we're not showing those signs. We're not taking, other than the little move that we had back to $100,000, which bounced right back with a nice, oh no. Yeah, we're over here. But we regained this level here is a 786 area. The fact that we regained that's changing the story. That's changing the story, and that's telling me instead of us getting rejected here, we're going to continue on, and then we're going to start looking at the other guys. What other guys are you talking about? Oh my gosh, can we should I get it? Yeah, I think I'm going to sacrifice this chart. All hail the sacrifice! Sacrifice the charts! We're going to sacrifice this chart. Oh, TradingView, we sacrifice this chart to you. Alright, so let's get rid of that. So what am I talking about here? I'm talking about this idea. The 86, we don't make it past that. We're heading over to these 114, 120 are the biggest targets I've got there. If I had to, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Oh, you don't square up for me, though. All right, well, that's going to be an issue. All right, this is going to be a little speculative. I'm going to go with the one that we look for. So I am getting, well, technically my ABCD gets 136, but my fib area that I'm looking for over here is 135. Actually, it should be 133. It's not squaring up for me, so I'm having, what that means is if it squares up perfectly, it's got a good strong chance, or it seems to be play out pretty well. If it doesn't square up, and then I have to kind of look at it sideways, there might be some, she may not work out perfectly or beautifully. She might be doing some other crazy stuff. So it just tells me to keep a double eye on this. But you can see the points, the resistance areas, and straight up above can open that door. Sounds crazy. I feel kind of weird sitting here 133 for Bitcoin as a possibility there, but we are so close to getting above. Well, that little guy right there that I just think is fascinating, really. And here we go with our moving averages. I'm on the daily. Now we had a bearish cross of 100 over 200, and then we got a pump. I'm not surprised by that because that does happen. But look, the 50 is starting to come up. We haven't got the bullish cross yet because she had the death cross right here. And after the death cross, what happened? Pump, pump. Everybody's talking about the death cross forever. You know, we will too because it's a valid thing. But it's just always ironic and interesting to me that after that's your sell signal, and then what happened? I mean, she went down, but then she decided, screw that, I'm reversing. And so we're trying to get a good crossover here. So tricky. It's not got what it needs to do it just yet, but it's working on it. It really makes me wonder about how it's going to act when it starts getting closer to our all-time high over here. The scenarios that we can, I mean, like I said, we can roll over here, and normally I would expect us to do it. We could come up double top. That's not good either. That's a toppy signal. That's an M pattern, bear market coming in is what we're going to be hearing, and it could be true. I mean, technically it could be. The only thing that's really going to be the most positive thing at this point in the game would be that higher high. And then everybody be looking for the next higher low, which would probably be just the, I don't know, probably the $100,000 area. I would say would probably come up here, 114 somewhere through there, and then come back to 100, just to solidify that psychological support. That would be, that's actually the scenario that I'm starting to look for right now. And I'm not saying that, yeah, that's definitely going to happen because only stupid people do that. But I'm showing you the evidence that I'm seeing that we're starting to get there. We're getting deviations right here on our trend lines. Where if this one sticks, we're doing that. We're that slight curve thing. And there's usually 5 little stages to that, or at least that's what we look for, is 5 little steps. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 could definitely get us up into a higher high area. So, Road Dog, what targets are you looking for, darling? Well, I'm actually looking for... I'm looking for 119 on this particular chart. This is the Binance chart. So I'm painting that one up there. Big and purty. And I'm going to put this one on 114 for a hiccup. That might be its first higher high, and then she does a little pullback. But I think it'll be a slight pullback, and then we'll start heading toward 119 if that happens. If this scenario plays out. So let me get these guys situated here. And I think I'm going to publish... Oh, is that the right one? I think I want to publish this idea. So 114, or at least put it on the group. All right, and this is the area that we got to get past. So to me, I think that we're working our way up. Let me just copy it. Well, maybe I'll post it over to, well, I'll have to do an explanation. Let me post it over on the group. Trade setups. Daily chart. All right, so if we break above that 109, then the 119 area is in play. I should have, but I didn't. Probably should have kept our current levels there that we got right here. If we lose the 102 area, which is right here, and let's make you, we'll just keep it the same color. All right, let me try this again. We'll copy you. Oh man. Paste it here. Okay. If we break 102K, then we put in a lower high. Not so bullish. Maybe a little bearish. Maybe a lot bearish. For a lower low. All right, so it's kind of, so I think I put my ideas out there. All right, guys, so thanks for hanging out with me. 14 people. Altcoins are looking kind of interesting, and I wouldn't mind taking a look at some altcoins. Let me come to the chat, and say hello to everybody, because I got on my little tangent, just trying to do my market update, but we are starting to look bullish. We got to be cautious, but I'm cautiously optimistic. They might be trying to do it for us right now. We might be getting ready for the bull run that we've been waiting on for so long and just started giving up on and doubting. I think we've been in that little oh, we don't have the cheat sheet over here. I think we've been in that area of disbelief. Bullets on parade, helmet required. Give me a shout out to everybody here. Dave P, how's it going? Nazarite, how's it going, my man? Good to see you. We got Sin, we got Soul. So glad to have everybody here. Aaron T, will we ever see 2021 prices on alts again? 2021 prices. You know, I mean, I don't know. I hope that some of them will make a higher high. But I got to say, a lot of the altcoins that have come out since then, and there's been a lot of them, more memes than anything, and a lot of other projects that are kind of just money grabs that don't really have a real use case for their coin or a real purpose for their coin other than, hey man, look, it's available, buy it, make market, make nowhere go up. There's a lot of those out there, and it's very diluted. So I'm not expecting higher highs on most of them, and maybe if it's solid blue chip or something like that, there might be something there. It's just I'm hoping we'll get some. I'm actually looking for about 60. I'm looking for 618 retracements on just about everything from their last high cycle, and if they can get there, I'm good. Because I figure, well, maybe I can at least sell the biggest part of my bags there, and then if they want to run up more, you know, I'll settle for that. But that's what I'm doing. So, for instance, let's take. I don't have that many over here. Let's take, what is NKN? Let's take that one. New kind of network. She is an old altcoin, but last cycle, she got all the way up here to what, $1.48, and then on the second pump, only got up to 81 cents. That's already declining. And throughout this year, probably because of token releases and, you know, just oversaturation of the markets, last year she only got at our peak when all the other altcoins were doing really, really good. She only got up to 21 cents, which is not bad from where she was at 7, but nowhere near $1.48, right? So my take on it would be something along the lines of this. I wouldn't expect, and maybe not even that high. I might want to come over here and take this other second and label that one. Oh my God, what is this song I'm listening to? It's getting way too busy. So let's get it. Let me get you guys color coded over here so I know what you are. All right, so these areas right here, if I were looking at this one, and I'm doing this with most of them, you know, just depending on what we got on the tops there. So I would be pleased if we got to 51 or 90 cents on this one, which is at 4 cents right now. 1,200%. 2,300. Now last cycle we came into the altcoin cycle, you know, looking at these ideas and expecting higher highs, and of course this was a new coin, but on the old coins we didn't get that on a lot of them. Very few of them made a higher high, and I think it's kind of the same story here. You'll see some diminished returns on a lot of these altcoins because there's so damn many of them. for the biggest part. NKN looks like she's trying to do something here on the weekly. On the weekly? Nothing on the daily though. There's a pain in my brain. How's it going, Chris? Good to see you. Glittering Marshmallow. Dylan VA. Hope you guys are having a great day too. Guys, if you got any altcoins you want to take a look at, we can take a look at some. I just came on here to give a Bitcoin update. I do think we need to pay attention to Bitcoin. I laid out the scenarios, but there is a scenario where we could be blasting off to the freaking moon soon. And I just want to make sure that you guys had a head up and weren't missing it and knew the things that... At least share with you what I am looking for to kind of help me figure out if that's going to happen or not. And we're starting to do that stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. Why the hell didn't I buy like this? Just pack up my bags and just go full port at 74,000. Oh well, we don't have that chance. I was hoping we get at some point we will get our lower low end. We will get another good correction in a positive run, and we can jump in there. We just don't want to chase. We just don't want to chase. Or if you are a chaser, you got to reel in that degen and only chase a fraction of that percent. You got to whittle it down. You got to get that. You got to kind of, it's like getting that degen off of that, off the fun powder or something like that. You got to take it in steps. Wean is one. You got to wean your degen off of chasing. But yeah. You probably will not hear another YouTuber say this, but I think it's okay to chase within reason. Within reason. Like taking maybe 10% of what you normally do. But try to stick with the real solid rules and play by those. How I manage this is that I've got my serious account that I pay very serious to, and I'm doing my longer term plays on spot margin, some things like that. Got my spot plays. Then I've got my degen accounts. And I'm talking about my perpetual futures, which, I'm trying to be more conservative and actually grow that and get, do better at that, get rid of some bad habits that, let me give some of those gains back. And so I consider that in my degen account too. But then I've got my little, my little DeFi wallets over here, Solana, Base. Those are my degen accounts. It's whatever, man. Sean, just have at it. And I'm buying this, I'm doing this. Oh, FOMO, yeah. And I let that little degen party out on these other smaller accounts, which I got to admit, sometimes those accounts start growing, and I'm like, damn, really? You're breaking all the rules and stuff. And then sometimes, Sean gets his ass handed to him with his tail between his legs, looking at me. I didn't know what happened. It's just yeah, but Sean, it's all right, baby. It's okay. We hug it out, and then we're fine and everything. But Sean is my degen. My name for my degen. So I let my degen run wild in controlled environments, and I recommend that too. It's a great little way to kind of transition away from bad habits, and I don't know, and maybe you find a few little bad habits that might be worth parking in the back there, just for special occasions. And that's just my take. Some people are very regimented with their trading routine. I'll keep a immaculate journal of every little entry, the feelings that I was in, what the weather was outside, the temperature inside and outside, and whether we had enough daylight shining on my skin today. All those factors matter. Maybe a moon phase, but I wouldn't dare admit it out loud. So, you got all kinds of different ways to approach this market. And so I think a lot of people are just like, hell, just throw it in, see what happens. I don't care. Oh, shoot. It went down. All right. Hey, can I borrow a quarter? We got all kinds of mentalities and approaches to this market, and we're trying to build up better habits and better techniques so that we can stop losing, because that's what you do when you first start out. Yeah, sometimes you win first, and then you're like, oh, I know how this works. Yeah, and then it's like, oh crap. Well, thank you for giving my ass back to me. Is that all that's left? My ass was bigger when we started. I miss having a fat ass.
it looks like a Hershey's Kiss. That really, that's all that's left of my ass. So you get your ass handed to you, and then eventually you start, you start leveling out, breaking even. You're like, okay, all right, we're on to something, and then we start getting the gains. Well, it's still a little at a time. Hey man, hey, this account's starting to grow as long as I, keep that stop loss and do my risk management. And now we start seeing it grow up a little bit, and then we start. It's a curve. It's a learning curve, but it's all about those bad habits and making up your rules. And you gotta do it on your own. You can steal them from other people when they talk about them. So I talk about mine, and you're free to steal my habit or my rules, because I guarantee I don't always go by them, because we're all human and degens, and we make mistakes and get caught up. And I'm going to break it just a little bit. Oh, I know it's not supposed to, but I'm going to. And we do it. And, oh shoot! I knew I shouldn't have. and until we get all that little stuff out of control, we have to fight the fluctuations, ups and downsies. It's all up here. What we do, risk management, psychology, and of course some good TA to help you navigate the market. The crazy thing is, if we had a setup and it was going to play out like a falling wedge breaks to the upside 68% of the time, we got a target right here. If we had, and let's say that it does. Just say that God has willed that we were going to go up here. We would still screw that. We could still screw that up, even knowing that, hey man, this is where price is going. However, the way that it plays to get out there could freak you the hell out. We know, and so I try not to get in so much on trying to predict what price is going to do, ups and downs of it. I just know where I got a good likelihood for things to go. And here's the thing: when you execute, you can do the TA. Look, I got the target. We're going to nail it. But in the execution, look, it's a flag. I'm buying the flag. And then what if it, your price action starts looking something like this? Well, now you don't have the conviction for it, do you? Now you're kind of wondering. Now it's going to work out, but you're starting to doubt because the price action says it. But because in the moment, you got all this other stuff going on. But then eventually it finally gets there. So the TA can help you, but it's the execution and what happens and how you react to price action and everything else that can totally throw you off. Because you're thinking, oh, it's going to go straight up, and it doesn't. Riding the old rodeo, if you will. May come over to the price. We got 16 people hanging out on the daytime stream. Answer me, how's it going? Turn $100 to 360 overnight, dog. That's the way to do it, my man. Congratulations. We give you hand clappies. Get the clap. Clap, Sean. Congratulations, my man. We just got to keep washing, rinsing, and repeating. And try to keep those good habits and good setup ideas, what helped you to get there, and keep repeating whatever that was. It might have been a little system, it might have been a trigger on a setup, but that worked for you, and we just keep doing it over and over. Crypto frontier, and adding new techniques and new strategies to our bag all the time. Brack is adventurous. Diluted or diluted? That's a good comment on the coins. Lots of them. All right, we got no coin request. Wow. Okay. Well, this might be a short stream then if we got nothing to look at. The biggest thing that I've seen popping off has been meme coins, and I decided on my little degen small account to try to help it grow. I've been doing some very low leverage, very small positions, because it's a small account, on some of these meme coins, since they're still within their 236 accumulation zone, or still within a buy zone for the bigger picture. So I decided I would pick up a few of those little guys that are moving, that are kind of, they could go up or down. Use lower leverage, so should they do go down, then I'll just add a little to them, not enough to get liquidated or anything like that, and see if we can make a little play there. Because unfortunately, this market seems to be meme based, or this cycle, memes are really they're not going away, people. Makes no sense at all, but that's what we're dealing with. Moonding, 32 cents right now. Crazy. The alts are looking. And then we got this one I never heard of. Unchon? What is it? What are you? AUN. I never heard of you. We're going to go check this one out. Because why not? It's the biggest bubble on the screen. I want to know what it is. AUN. AUN. Is it LaunchCoin? Is that what it is? That looks like the same thing. Let me go back here. Where? Bubbles. Oh, there's an L on it. It is LaunchCoin. LaunchCoin on Believe. Oh my God, there's a Believe network. Sounds vaguely familiar, but I didn't know there's a layer 1, or it wasn't in the forefront of my mind that there's a layer 1 named Believe. Great, all we need is another layer 1. What is this? It's going to change the world, isn't it? Oh wow. They're all going to change. The world has changed though, haven't you noticed? We went woke and then we went broke. Change the world. So launch. Where are you? Mixie's got you. LaunchCoin, Believe. Who else has got you? So far, you're a Mixie or a DeFi coin here. Oh, baby, what are you doing? Look, it's the perfect place. All you got to do, people. All right, here's what you do. Let me break it down for you. You just need to come down to the 1 minute time frame. All right. Well, you just got to find a flag pole and paint a flag right here. Well, this one looks like, can I just get a solid stick? Can we just get a stick? Let's just do this one. Look, we just got to come up here and we just do this and we'll do this and we'll just wait for it to make a flag, come back to the 21 and jump in. I'm being facetious. This is a new coin. What's the deal with it, Launch? 16 cents, 1 billion. Okay, that's reasonable. A $1.65 million. Oh, here's your market cap. I would say for as new as you are, that's a little up there. All-time high was 18. Was 3 hours ago, so I would say yeah, that's probably true. All-time low was 2 months ago. Holy crap. Holy crap. This thing was 0.00018. This thing has done like 1,000%. This thing's already done what is it, 100x? It's already done 100x. Definitely people will be taking profits on this little SOB. So she's hot today. I don't know if that's her top. But if I were looking at this one, I would definitely be looking to retest these areas about under a penny or under a dime, about 9, between 7.5 and 10 cents. I think it's the sweet spot to see that one. If we're at a top, see if we can get back down there. 12.1 might be, but gosh darn it, that's a. I don't know. She's too high to buy. She's too high to buy. Just watch your flag now and touch 21. Jump into the upside. I just got to flag it out. It could be all right over here by Tuesday. Yeah, I wouldn't play. I mean, it could because she's so new. But gosh darn it, it's also got a lot of people that saying, "Hey, man, I think I want that Lambo." All right, so LaunchCoin, that was interesting. Not people. Is that humans? No. Nero has she's been doing pretty decent lately too, for this whole week. She did a nice, what is that, about 5x? 4 or 5x? Ordi is up to 11. Degen Chain had a nice little week here. A lot of these memes are having some pretty good weeks here. That seems to be the category that become up all because of that one coin here over in this one. Oh my gosh, Gods Unchained? Did you really? This is a gaming thing, and I've got some of this from a long time ago. This thing can get up to $3, believe it or not, or it did last time. But she was down to 9-10 cents and doubled up. Now she's at 21. Some of these things that you've ruled out and you said nobody's ever going to buy them, blah, 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 are starting to make money for people if they actually took a chance on the bottoms. That's what we're seeing.
The coins, everybody say, oh, touch that tempo pole, you suck, get something good. No, those suck. That's an oldie coin. Nobody wants it. It's from way back. Gods and Chains definitely from way back. An old game, man, that, I don't know, apparently it's got something going on. And there's definitely money to be made out there. The only thing keeping us from doing it is probably listening to other people run their mouth and probably, you know, having our not enough conviction in our own game plan, I guess. But you can make an argument that people bought these coins down at the bottoms when nobody wanted it. Let's look at Gods. I haven't looked at that one. Gods Unchained. Who's got you? Who's got a good? Yeah, Mexi's probably got a good one. I mean, look at that. But I definitely remember seeing, you know, my tiny little bag and my Crypto.com wallet. I'm like, I don't want to add to it. That sucks. I want to add to it. She's still down in the air where people would say that too. She's having to have a spike up, and now she's getting some attention, right? Might probably will come back down to maybe. If there's not some kind of breakout, but I see a 200 daily moving average down there about 13 cents. It may come back down. It may come down to 13, 15 cents again, and then eventually do that. So, but eventually, if somebody buys them, man, you're pretty cheap though, for real. 12, 19 cents. It comes back up to these areas at 49, 50 cents. That's not a bad come up. It's probably not the greatest play. Probably would take, you know, look how long this has been over years, and that's as good as it's done. Not the best play at all. It's just that right now she's having her day, and they're like, oh man, I could have been in that and made money. Yeah, you could have. Or psychic and knew she's going to pop off, or happened to be looking at Gods and Chain because she's so popular. Everybody's talking about Gods and Chain. You know, I mean, you can't catch them all. She's in a good place though. I don't know how it'll do. I don't know. She got some attraction now, but imagine if she come up just half of this there, $4 again. She was up to $5. I don't know if he'll ever get back up there. It's not one on my radar, just one that I've still got I just got some dust on, and maybe we'll turn into something. But she's working today though. Made somebody have some money today. That's pretty good. Or maybe didn't make them some money. Maybe just alleviated that debt or that drawdown a little bit. Simon's Cat. This one's been kind of interesting. I've been playing this one too from these lows. Steadily higher highs and higher lows. That a cup and handle. May come back over to the chat over here. Answer Me says, I get DCA and dips when over 200 EMA on the 15 minute. When we're over it, so that you know that we're in a bullish thing. That works. Polly777, the banana dancer looks a little like Elaine from Seinfeld. Banana dancer. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm familiar with banana, the telegram thing. Banana dancer. Oh, banana. This the banana. Looks like Elaine. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, man. I thought we were looking for a banana dancer going. I fell for it. Oh. Took me a minute. Jorge says, hey, how's it going, Jorge? Ponky, let's take a look at Ponky. Well, let's get on the right. I looked at this one earlier because I was like, I want to try to make a little play. It's one of mine that I put in a really small order. I'm like, yeah, because oh, did we nail it? We nailed it. I think we nailed it. Is it the bottom? I think we nailed the bottom. Okay. So, and I think I put a trade setup on this. Did I? I'm on the daily. Let me go to a 4 hour. We nailed it. And look at you go, baby. Yeah. So that right at 10 cent area there for that pullback. I've got her headed toward 24. Cool. Well, and hopefully my trades. I saw what she was doing here, so I'm making some plays that I don't normally do. I'm a bottom feeder. I like to buy bottoms and buy trend lines, and recently I've had to go with the
they call it conservative. I don't like this, but I did it. If I see them break over a certain level, I'll nibble in, because we are on a strong uptrend, and that can work. It's buy high, sell higher. It's taking a chance on buying the top, but just that we got, a breakout and should be heading toward a higher target. So I've been doing that on some of the meme coins, and I'm trying to keep my stop losses tight within reason. Definitely under my 1%, or right around my 1%. But I think that they're showing signs that if things are going to go parabolic, these altcoins are going to do it. And then when you look back and you see where all these altcoins are right now compared to where they've been, or meme coins is what I'm meaning mostly. When Ponky was up at 80 something cents and she's sitting here at 9, you can get a 5 or 10x just by buying something around bottom. I gotta get to a different chart. That one's got too much stuff on it. That was Mexi. Let's go with, here we go. Now we can see what's going on. And I know she looked, but you're buying the tops. This is where you got to use a little perspective, and I'll agree. Yes, it feels like you're buying the tops. It feels like it. It felt like I was buying. What was it? Was it INJ? Injected Protocol. Was it that one, or was it Ren? No, it was INJ. It felt like I was buying INJ at the top at 315, because she was doing some things like this, but I was like, I forgot to build a bag of you, INJ, so I had to build one at 315. She went up to, I think, to $40-something. But how I determined this is a simple fib pull. Anything below the 236 of her big pull, I objectively look at this in the big picture as anything below this price is a sweet spot. Within, especially for a swing trade, a bigger play, a midterm hold, long-term hold, anything over here below that is excellent. And I can scale it in, and you'll see me do this a lot. Come down to another one, and I'm playing my 236s. Now we got a chance we might come back to this one. If so, I would want to add some Ponky to my bag here at 14-15 cents. But we should be headed right here. Probably won't make it past that on the first run. It'll probably get rejected, come back and retest, and that's cool. That just gives us a chance to buy more. Other things, other ideas that we can kind of entertain here. Possible inverted head and shoulder idea. Retest that area for sure. That would be about 12 cents. So we can. Right now we're on a nice pump up, but eventually we will get a retracement. Don't know exactly where that will be, but hey, man. I do know that a lot of people have been in these coins, and they're fresh on people's minds from this thing, and they're down on the bottom. And to think that Ponky could get back to 54-68 cents at least. Maybe the meme coins, if anything's going to do a higher high, maybe some of these memes could do it. Maybe we get up to $1 on Ponky. I don't know. But from where we are now, under 20 cents, 54 and 60 looks pretty good. 140, 190%. If we got up to a higher high area, because this was November. This was November. There could be your 4 or 5x out of that one. So nice rounded bottom. To me, I love these, and it just takes a little while, and there might be a little drawdown. Be patient, but before long, for a longer term play, you're in the money on it. And I can't believe I'm sitting here saying this about meme coins, because I'm not a meme coin chaser. They're not the biggest play, but they're starting to get a little bit more important now, especially since we got this pullback. Before, I wasn't in them, at those bottom juicy prices because I wasn't that interested. And now we got a chance on some of them to get in cheaper than what we could all last year, or before they pumped off, cheaper than what they were. So there's some good opportunities out there if you're willing to take the risk. And just know that, that you're not trying to marry these coins or marry the trades that you're in either. That seems to be an issue. The only coin that I think that I would like to be married to is Bitcoin. She's hard to hold on to, I'm telling you. So Ponky, I like that. Let's see shorter term time frame what we're looking at. I'm still going with that 24 cent area. That looks cool. Moving averages look good and strong. Do we have anything really crazy going on in the news? I mean, some good stuff coming out because I have not looked. She could get, she's just zigzagging. I'm still looking about 25 cents. Break above 25 cents, it's going to start getting a little bit juicy. Might as well go ahead and get that next target, huh? I want to go from here. Let me get something a little bit more. Let's see, 26 cents. Look at 32. That little area right at 32, just right below 32, I think would be, well, the charts say that's a good place to take some profit. From where we are now with Ponky Monkey, that's 44% gains. I think I'm gonna take that one. Let me come over to my little Bit Unix account here. I think I'm pretty sure I got you, right? Ponky Monkey. Have we no Ponky trade? Yeah, there you are. I'm down 0.12 cents on, or 0.12% on this one. Down fractions of a penny on a very small trade here. Because she's up high. Like I said, she could be coming down to 14 for all I know. But I am going to put my 31. Oh, sweet. Well, that'll give me, what was that, 100%? 86%? I'll take you. Well, let's take a look at some coins here. I'll go through. Here's one called Rez. She has been down, and because she's down, I decided I'm going to play her. What gets wicked often gets candlestick. They got candlesticked right down to that bottom there, and I'm thinking, looks like we could possibly go up from here. I'd hope. This is all the charts I've got on this. Can we find more chart history? Let me see if anybody else got some more chart history. Nope. I don't know. Here we go. What's this? Renzo is the name of it. KuCoin had it. I think that is the. Did you start on Binance? It looks like you started on Binance with that wick. This might be a Binance Launchpad coin. I don't know. But I've got to play on it because, well, she looks like she's at bottom unless she wants to totally go to zero. And she's so close to zero right now at, just being a penny. Can't go down further, but if she can go up to 7 cents, I'm like, well, hell, that's almost a 7x from here. I like it. So I'm looking. 0.078, and I'm going to put my little target in here. 0.78. Holy no, I put 78 cents. It gave me $1,200 profit. I'm like, what? 0.078. 0.078. Son, if you turn, how much I got in here? If you turn I got a $6 trade. I'm up. The coin is at fractions of a penny. I'm on 4x, and it's already up 20%. I'm not going hard. Okay, stop or take profit 0.07. But if I can turn $6 into $97 for it to come up and test that area. I know, I'm on the daily chart. It sounds crazy. I may have to hold this thing open for a while. But for $97 out of 6, I'll do that. Okay? I'll let it ride, baby. Where are you going to go? Are you going to go down? Or are you going to go down? Because you got to go... you got to go pretty low to kind of get me. And I got me stop losses set. So I'm trying to make a play here, and we'll see if it'll stick. I may get stopped out. Who knows? But if not, then there's a good payday, right? And I'm just trying to take it. I guess I could get a smaller target in here for something. What could we be looking for? 3.2 cents. Yay. That would be 98% gains to that one. Why don't you take that target? Or 0.04.5, that'd be 186% gains. This is just on spot. This is not with Forex or anything added to it, so. That one might be an interesting one. Let's take a look at Cerebro. Cerebro, I couldn't spell it there. Mexie's gotcha. What you? Oh, I got over here. Also bottomed out. This one, everybody was hyped on it. I remember Lark Davis talking about it. And I thought, well, maybe I ought to get some Cerebro too. Somewhere around 19 cents. And she's not 19 cents again. So I've been drawing down. I've added a little to my bag here. And then I opened up a position over here because I'm like, well, shoot. Why not? If she can get the 20 or the 31 cents again from a nickel, that's what it suggests. And let's get something a little local. Yeah, that still works. You could say 45 coming. So about 15, 20, and 31, 32 cent area looks kind of sweet to me. It does look like we got a breakout of a possible flag idea. I played this. I played the trend line. And I mean, we can do that idea. Yeah, she did. And the measure move. Should take us a little higher to about 11.4. So this would is that worth taking? Well, that's 110%. Yeah, even that one. Oh shoot, let's bibber. So here's an idea. It's a Cerebro. From where we are now up to the measure move is 120, 115, 120% to 11.5 cent area. That's pretty cool. From where we are right now to our second target is roughly Can I move this over? And from where we are to our bigger target at 20 cents there. That's a 286% possible. Just to get back up to retest that area. So I think that's kind of interesting. I've got this on the daily. Share this with the group over there, Cerebro. That's an off trend. And breaking out from Hannah. This code looks good to me for a larger TP area. I like 20 cents. We're about 280% gains. All right, so we got it right area, right? Yeah. All right, so I posted that over there. That looks kind of interesting. That's kind of cool. It's a rebro. Let's I'm just going down some of the ones I'm in. This one's been, I don't know anything. These are all meme coins from what I can tell. This one's Haydol. And I think I'm pretty sure it's a meme coin. Who's got you good? Let's go with Spot. Oh, daily. How far does that go back? About 2 weeks? Are you that early? We got more stuff over here. How far does that go back? A little bit more. Okay, so this is a better chart to work with here. All right, so we were looking at the possibility of this one coming back. Oh, snap. Not quite hit my first target. Looks like it is possibly coming. Let's zoom this one in. I thought we got this song off the thing. She already did this once. So if we had this trend line and we lost it, technically I think we lost it over here as an internal trend line. This was the retest. We already tested it, so either we bounce from this area, do kind of a double bottom situation here, but that's kind of doubtful because if I take this idea from this wick to that wick, well, you could get back into that, couldn't you? Look, shoulder, head and shoulder. A lot of people would point that out. A topping pattern at a bottom. Now, there might be, and some people would point out a probably complex head and shoulder idea there. Where's he going to go to? Unless there's a lot more stuff down here, and there may be. You got a higher high. Those don't look bearish to me. Not that bearish. To me, it looks like we're getting a retest of this guy, or we're making one of them crab. One of them guys. Throw a little set of eyes over there. That'd be a top pattern too. We're at a bottom or at a base, as far as we can tell, anyway. So I'm not going to put too much stock into those ideas. But I do like 1448. Possibly 14.3, but I'm going to swing with this idea right now. And then wherever this trend line is, that we might come down somewhere around 13.9. So to me, it looks like she's still trending down right now. Am I in a short? What am I doing on this one? No, I'm in a long. At 14.6. You will probably stop me out on this one, won't you? Unless you fake me out. I'm going to raise my stop loss to, I'm at 14.6. I think I might go to 14.7. I will probably end up getting stopped out in profit on that one. Alright, took a little bit, so okay. There is a short idea. Do I want to take it? There's bullish divergence. Don't think I'm thinking she might get back into this trend line and on the smaller time frames. What do you got going on here? Bigger time frames are saying she's looking a little tired. Oh well, that one I've got 22. Did I put my target? I'm going to take that target though. Plan the trade the plan. That would give me $10 if we can get up there, or stop me out at a very small profit if we do not. And that one doesn't look as good. How about this one? This is Goteus. What we got going on here? Oh, we got to start looking higher, don't we? So if we do our 236 trick from the big pull, it's suggesting 35 cents out of Godius. Like we're just trying to move up there. And maybe we are. This one's looking strong, man. Money flow came deep out of the red into the green. So now we're bullish, and any pullbacks and everything, even, you know, toppy indicators and things like that, the pullback shouldn't be that severe. We're hoping. I gotta clear you off.
Sammy's got his charts held high, eyes fixed on the crypto sky.
Yeah, let's do it this way. Godius came all the way back to 5 cents, man. This thing was like $1.36. And she's showing signs of life, so still in a great, I mean, considering that she can get up to 80, something like that. Yeah. Still a great little buy zone there. There's some better ones, such as where we are right now, being one. I'm going to make you a smaller one. When we just got past, I'm just going to have a bunch of little red lines over here, it looks like.
Sammy's boasting loud and clear, bravado song, it fills the sphere. Zoom in close.
Crazy as it seems, these make excellent little targets too, for both targets and retracements. So might be looking to go back and retest 25 cents. Could be coming to retest 18 cents. That might be a good little place to get in. 34 cents. Excellent place to look to take profits. Good and go a little bit past there. Starting to turn around. I'm liking what I'm seeing here on the dailies. Come to the 4 hour for Godius. All the moving averages, I mean, they're starting to get a ribbon flip. Now, we can probably definitely come back down, and this one's telling me we could even come back down to 12 cents. It doesn't, I mean, it might come up here before we go. I don't know when it might get there, but it's on the table. And it looks like we are respecting the trend line, still close enough to the trend line to actually get a trade in or add to a position, looks like, on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, it looks like we might be coming back to try to retest those areas. Let's try to tighten up our trend line there. So it looks to me if we come back to this area about 19.4, we're at 21 right now. Huh, are you thinking about, yeah, I'm going to take me just a wee bit of profit. I'm up 61% from there. And I'm going to put me a little order in at 19.4. But not too much. Oh man, my prices went 0.0194. So I'm setting a limit order just to kind of snatch that. Stop loss is below the trend line. And see if we can get a nice little move on up here. I want to share this one. Let's take a look at a 4 hour. 4 hour does have the green dot on it. So we might get that little pullback and then hopefully respect that trend line and keep going. Godius. What would that be? Let's say if we can get that, about the 21 moving average, I think we got a good chance to try to get it a little cheaper. If we can get it here at that 19.5 cent, we can make it 77% up there. on spot. Come over here and we will paste goat. If the bottom trend line holds, oh man, did you misspell that? Are you not going to correct it for me? What the hell? If the bottom trend line holds, then a 34 target is on the table. Look for a pull back to 0.195 area. Hopefully. Before upside. If trend line break, this trade is negated. That's not the word I'm looking for, but that's what I'm using. Negated. It's over, baby. It's invalidated. Invalidated is invalidated. Every trade that you take, you need to have an invalidation. If you don't, then you're kind of missing the key concept there. You should see something on the chart that says this looks like it's doing what it needs to do to break out to go upward, and there needs to be a line that you have in the sand and where your stop loss would be that says, or especially where your stop loss center line around it, where it would, where it says, well, if we go here, then that idea is over. If we break this area, if we make a lower low, or we go past this line, the trade's over, and we got to get our minds conditioned and our fingers conditioned to actually put stop losses in that will take us those losses. One of the biggest things that get me, and it still does from time to time, if I don't use a stop loss, forget to put a stop loss in. Sometimes stop losses do get missed, but a lot of times it's us just not putting them in or wanting to give it a little bit of run before we put a stop loss in so we don't get quickly stopped out. That's usually what causes it. I just know, especially with perps, with perp trading, when I'm more on top of my stop loss, that's when my account starts growing. That's when I stop getting into all the drawdowns. That's when I take the losses. It sucks, but that should be the 1 to up to 5% of your account that you take as a loss on a trade. And if we can get that kind of regime going, your trading does go better. It does go better when you start bringing that risk management control in there. But if you're not with your stop loss and paying attention to it, and then things go against you, and then they can really start going against you or put you in a situation where you don't have as much maneuverability to protect that capital, and you start getting into the lose and drawdown trades. And then when you finally get into a little bit of green, you're just like, oh my God, I'm so glad to be here. Let's just get out. And a lot of times after you ride all that down, I've seen trades go down hundreds of dollars into the red. And then when they come back to green, maybe $5, you're like, oh man, just to get out of this. Okay, whew, that was bad. And then boom, if you'd stuck in it, oh man, I could have made $100 off of shoot. Just as much as it went down, it might have gave you up. And it's the psychology of this. Ride and drawdown will mess with your head on your trades, make you second guess everything. Maybe we should. LaunchCoin, I did that, Dave. I did that, Jay. I may be late in the chat here, but yeah, we did that. I did that earlier. That's an interesting looking coin. What about Trump coin? His birthday's next month, is it? I looked at Trump coin lately. Let's try MixC over here. I've probably already got some stuff here. So we have hit this area a couple of times. Let's see, I put this stuff out. This was back in we'll probably need to update this. Measured move from rising or falling wedge. That one did good. That one That one did good, and I took the full on measure from the wick down to just straight down to our trend line. You'll see some crazy ideas on measuring moves out there. Put that. Where did I have it here? I put it there. That target got hit. Okay, it really should have been here if I followed the rules, put the breakout. We were put it there before, and that's kind of crazy. We go nailed it, but really there's nothing here for me to say why we nailed it. Okay, so that is what you call a freak of luck, which a lot of YouTubers say, look, join my group, you could have been, and that wasn't how it really, but it did good. Your measure moves give you a good general ballpark area where you can go with. Yeah, Fibonacci's give you a much better place, and we had a 886 retracement right there from this high to that low. Got rejected. We got some more targets up there. I'm just wondering if I want to update this. I think I do. I like to update things as they go along. Some people like to save all their chart information and come over here, and I guess you can. I never got into that with the... I don't even see it over here. Is it this thing? No. Is it this thing? No. Is it this thing? It's this thing. All these things over here, you can put things in folders and save your ideas, and that's just not where I'm at. I'm like, well, if it's worth it, I can draw it back on there real easy or something. I can see if you're going to do a big, beautiful chart to explain some kind of concept or something. Retested this area right over here. $24. Nice. That's the big boy target, one of the big boy targets there. Oh, you got a, what about the 4 hour? Got a green dot over here on Market Cipher. I see that. Look for one on the 24 minute or the 15 minute, and that could be helpful. All right, let me dial in my fibs over here from this high. And it's pointing out this 618 here is 1792, 2085. Those are good take profit targets, as well as that $24 area. $24 seems kind of wild. I mean, it's not been at 24 since, wow, that's February this year. When did, oh yeah, Trump, that one came out. That's right, that was the beginning of the year. It went up to $70 like crazy. You talk about everybody chasing a coin. That was the one to be chasing there, right? And what happens when you chase? You usually get burned, and that's what happened with a lot of people. They got burned. This was our, could be a retest of this area, so we want to keep that in mind. Was that about 1140, 1150? So, I've got some lower orders. I guess I want to have to move those up. Okay, so I'm on the 4 hour. I see that. I like this trend line that's being respected, and the bottom of that trend line. Moving averages are not crossing over nice too on the 4 hour. This is starting to look good. Might be able to, she may not come back down here to that 1120, 1130 area. May just be the bottom of this trend line. Somewhere around 1230. I think I'm going to move my, got you on CoinX, right? Trumpy Trump. Official Trump coin. Okay, spot margins 5x over there. 1 hour looks like she's at the top of a Bollinger Band over here. What does 1 hour look like over here? You're at a 382. That there might be a little pullback here. This is 9 moving average on the 1 hour. Oh, what do you say? You say 1308 here on MEXC. I've got 1306 over on CoinX. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to put me an order in about 1230. 1232 is what I'm going to go with. Let me get some of these, because I've got some orders in a lot lower, and it does not look like they will have as good of a chance to hit there. And let's get us a good sales target here. Updated my targets here. So I like 1788, 1780 right there. And I especially like 20.73. Do we have another one? Yeah, we did. 24.37. And technically I got one right here at 22.61. It's back out here. Oh, put you the wrong color now. Make sure I got lines there. I do. So I think she might get a pullback. I like the trend line. Hopefully it will hold. I'm trying to see what else we got. We could do other ideas here, but I think a lot of people will probably try to put this into a symmetrical triangle, which I hate those little guys. This one looks pretty interesting because of the crosses on the moving averages. The indicators are looking good, and it does look like it wants to go up. So I'm going to post this little guy. If I can stagger these take profit targets there. Oh, snap! Ah, I did it again. I moved it. So guys, I wondered, there's some YouTubers that, I mean they'll come in and they'll just throw things into a, a symmetrical triangle, pitch the tip, whatever, take their measure move in and out, giving you this and that. Oh, we could see this up in here, and maybe so, but faster. Let me ask you a question. Are you interested in more like fast TA? Let's go through more coins, or actually kind of the way that I do things here, kind of breaking down with separate little targets and ideas. What do you guys think? I mean, I'm just going into a lot more detail on this, but it takes me longer. I could get in and get a quick in and out target. I mean, we can do the little quick pattern, measure moves, and blah blah blah, and so up to here, missing out on the little good areas in between, and possibly higher targets too. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you like this, or you just want something in and out real quick? Because we could do it either way. I could go through a lot more charts by doing that, or I could just take my time on them and get some really good little plans out here, because that would be a nice little come up 38%. 55%. 68%. Positive up to about almost 80% in there. On Trump coin to meet those targets. Let's take this little guy, we'll copy him. Swing trade at targets. And I'm going to come back to the chat. Answer me says Moonding and Peppy. I think we did Moonding earlier. I might take another look at it though. Moonding, Peppy. See, you guys are asking meme coins. Meme coins are what everybody's looking at, right? Meme coins are actually paying people right now, so I can't blame you. Facetious, a big word for smart. There we go. Quote of say, or quote of the day. We went broke, then we went broke. We went woke, then we went broke. That was a pretty cool quote. I do what I can do when I can do it. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Bitcoin down to 350. 350. How is Bitcoin doing? Oh, now you're back at 104. Man, I'm way behind on these chats. Beyond the Illusion said, found some gems. Jerry the Turtle. What's that? Suiting? Let's take a look at those. Jerry the Turtle. Thank you for sharing. And what was it? Soothing. Kind of like mooding. Haven said, Ether microcap alt should run to run it's up almost 9%. Hey, there's King Hell. How's it going? And Kelly, how's it going? Good morning. Chemical Black, hey, how's it going, man? Is Near flipping over? We'll take a look at Near too. Can you look at Snack? I'm in a small snack long. I don't think I looked at it on the stream, but I think I looked at it earlier. I may have tried to take an entry on it. Or was I thinking about taking it long? I can't remember if I did or not. For some reason, I'm thinking I might have saw something there that made me think. Chemical Black says, for sure, bro, stick to your style. It is generous. Okay, thank you for feedback helps me out a lot, so I appreciate you taking the time to let me know that. My buttons don't work on this screen. There we go. I appreciate that. Okay, it says I just woke up on the opposite side of the country. I think it is Kelly's on the west side and way up north, right? In Alaska, I believe, right? I would like to submit a formal request for some cowbell. Someone got off work a little earlier today. I got you, baby. I got the big red cowbell for you. Nothing like a little cowbell. Even got the little ringle dingle right there. Give us some good cowbell loving luck over here. Sweeting, is that a Swee or Sooting? Is that a Swee hippo? That's what I was wondering too. All right, so we got some coins. We've been going for 136. We got time, I think, to do these. So I do think I took a look at Mooding, so I will come back to it. But I got to say, this Sooting thing is really got me interested. Mexi's got it. What are you doing, Sooting? 4-hour chart. I'm going to start with Sooting. Yeah, she's at a lower lows, juicy areas, bigger moving averages. We got some work to do. Smaller ones are starting to do it. My personal opinion is that we possibly made our lower low. Indicators are looking pretty interesting on this one. I expect a 113 area to be hit right there. Boom, got it. Nailed it. Nailed it. I'm not seeing anybody else use fibs exactly the way that I am. I see the targets on there. I see people have the same. Oh man, I can't get it. But I'm not seeing them use it the same way that I'm doing. And I'm thinking, well, okay. It overlaps with some other schools of thought, but I do think that what I'm doing has a little bit of a unique aspect to it. Maybe I've got more to learn about it or something like, I don't know, but I'm not saying I just rewrote it, made something special. No, I'm very confident, getting very, very confident with my fibs. I went down the fib rabbit hole over the past 3 years. And there was always this one target that I picked off of somebody else, but I never could find an explanation. Why is that one always getting hit? Why is that one so special? What's so special about that particular one? There's not really a normal fib. What's up with that? Got me down this Fibonacci rabbit hole, and it's just changed my perspective on everything. It has. I was told pattern trading before, measure moves and all that. The fibs, though, man, I'm just telling you, trend lines and fibs. And even the way that I judge the market with our 236 area as an accumulate, I don't see other people do that either. I mean, these are just all things that have kind of, some of these things have just been revealed to me, and then some of them I picked up from other people, such as, you know, AB equals CD, things like that. I don't know. I just, you will see me pull out my fibs all the time. I love to pull out my fibs and play with them. They feel good. Have you hugged your fibs today? So I like 0.008 and 0.012, and those are some bigger targets, but my gosh. She was up here at 0.3 cents, took a beating. if we draw a trend line, it looks a lot like a bump and run pattern, and you can argue that we're trying to break out. I don't know, we had that wick over there. I like this. Now the bump and run pattern technically would take us up to where it started, about 0.0005. Okay. Do we have a fib there? Yeah, right there at the 382. So that would be a shorter term target, and it might be a decent move. Let's look. So where we are, if there's a breakout from here, oh shoot, that's pretty good. 43%. Coming back up to that other wick, and that would be another target. I just didn't write it on here. It's 0.00669, 75%, 114%, 210%. I guess we will throw that one in there. I'm on the 8-hour time frame, so yeah, it's fitting. This one's interesting. So this is where we're at. We're at 0.003. I can see these little targets here. Then really nice and juicy. With a sweet bonus target right up here at 1.2 cents. What would that look like? Let's say $10. Let's go extremely broke degen. But I'm a broke degen. A lot of degens are broke. If you're too degen. But then there's some out there doing pretty good. How'd it come up? $10 could turn into $15 at that first target. $10 could turn into $17, almost $18 at 0.006. $10 could turn in on spot, could turn into $21, almost $22 at 0.008, or $10 could turn into about $23, 0.0124, meaning that $100 could turn into $330. Means $1,000, which is too damn much and would probably spike us up on this coin, could technically turn into about 3,000. So I think that's interesting. Where Suding? Let's go check her out. Sudinga. So thank you. Thank you Beyond Illusion for sharing. I'm trying to get my hand clappies. Why are you not clapping? Clap! There we go. $37 million market cap. Oh, that is we are totally in degenerate right here. Oh man, you screw it for me right here. 110 billion. Come on. 44 or $37 million market cap. Okay. I just hate how they put so many billions of coins. Like, more zeros. All-time high was 6 months ago. It was almost 3 cents. Okay, we saw that. So there is down 87%. The all-time low was a month ago. It was at 0.0013. And we're up 166% from there. It is available on MEXC, KuCoin. Are you available on CoinX? Because that's what I got. I don't know that I got any free dry powder over here from you yet. So dang. Oh, yeah, they got it. 3.7 cents over here. A little tricky to just jump in blindly unless you just, take a nibble, because you're at resistance or possibly support if we're breaking out. Possible breakout. Do I want to play this one as a... I don't have any... I got no funds over here on spot at the moment. Oh, I can cancel an order I've got in over here. I'll do that. Now I've got some. If I can find you. Well, maybe I don't. Well, if I don't do that, you got some over here. Were you a DCR? That's my DCR money, though. My DCR is doing good. I don't want to mess up my trade over there. Oh man, now I'm in a conundrum. 1080? Do I really want to do that? Okay. I'll take just a bit. Take just a week. 1080. Put that trade back. I'm finagling. I'm canceling the trade, taking a little bit of what I would have had in there. And yeah. All right, that freed up some money in there. I'm going to take a little nibble on Suding. That looks interesting. If she got a potential to do a 10x or even just a few x's there. Suding hippo. It is a hippo. So I guess it's like Mooding on Sui. And I'll probably go into a little bit of drawdown. I'm just going to, seriously, just a little bit. She's a tiny ass market cap, 37 million. What if it goes up to 500 million? Or 370 million. There's your 10x. That's very possible. I might put me another little order, so right down here about 0.03. All right, so cautiously degen into this. A little nibble and a little lower nibble, and then I guess I need to put my. Let's go ahead and put my targets in 0.008. I like that one. Oh, I like that one too, though. You know, I don't mind waiting a little bit. Holy Jesus. You talk about a come up. Me just selling half my stack there is a lot more than what I've put in. Woo! That's nice. Oh, that's because I did the wrong number. I put 12 cents. You ain't 12 cents. No wonder that looked good. 0.012 cents. Silly rabbit. Silly turkey. 0.0123 area. Okay. Okay. Well, that doesn't look near as impressive, but doable. 0.0082. I'll put the rest of it there. We'll see what happens. That one looked interesting. Thank you for mentioning that. Let's check out. We did that one. Let's go check out Mooding. Just makes sense. We're on the dings. I think I did this one early on the string. I'm not sure though. I get things mixed up from previous strings and stuff, but I think we did. Let's check out MEXC Perpetual Futures. Let's come down to a smaller time frame. Yeah, we did do this one earlier. I think I might have even posted it. 3.8, 4.5. I liked it. I was hoping, maybe it's been a while. I think it's been a minute. I think I was hoping we would come down here and then get a rise up there. We didn't. We just said, screw you, I'm breaking out of this guy. I think this was last night's chart. Okay, so nice. She's doing something. Moonding is looking good. Look at this. We're deviating from the main thing. We're trying to go parabolic. We need to zoom out and get some higher targets. It's crazy. Oh, well, we are the higher targets. I have got, depending on how you want to work this little guy, huh? Got all those lines. I've got a red one. Okay, those are for my, okay, we're going to. We're going to adjust these little guys here. I had some local targets. They're still good for the little local stuff, but it looks like we got some bigger things in mind now from what we're showing on the charts here. Ah, geez, come on. Pull back maybe 6. I'm on the 12 hours. Come to the 4 hour. I'll be looking at that 618 area right now, Moonding. I'll post this over into the chart area there. So I think that's a good target, and I also think about 53 cents looks starting to look good too. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff going on in these moving averages down there. Do suggest that we might get a steeper pullback. This 4 hour. Let's see, from where we are, we'll just get from where we are to the higher targets. Just as an update. I'm not putting out a price setup, just a. So from where we are now, if we do go up to 41 cents from 31 cents, that's going to be another 32% on top of whatever gains you got. We are getting 3 humps, 3 little sections, but she's trying to go parabolic. So I'm seriously starting to look at these guys. I got to move these guys over here, don't I? These are some possible pullback areas, and it may take a long time for us to see those. All right. So moving for our chart. Take profit.
One in ash, I clawed through night. Yeah. Crypto flame lit my fight. Sats built my crown. I carved my reign.
Lower entries may come several days. Well, I don't even want to say that. I just confuse people. I just sell targets is all I'm listing here. No entries, just no entries, just yet. Just TP targets for traders already in position. That clears it up, I think. There we go. There we go. So Moonding, we did that and updated that. Let's take a look at Peppy. Finances. Ooh, look at you. What you doing? Oh, look at you. Got above. You see, these were areas we're looking at for resistance, and they were probably a little bit higher. And we blasted above them. That's something to keep in mind when it comes to these 800, 600, and 300, even when they're reverse like that. If she does get past them, she can shoot up quite a way. So I try not to limit myself as just like, we're just going to go up here and get rejected, because sometimes it happens, sometimes this happens. We don't get too antsy. We nailed it, target. We nailed it. If you see right there, I'm going to scoot this over so you can seize it. Well, since we nailed it, honey, you know what we got to do. We got to brag about it. Woohoo! So from down here, this little juicy area where we broke out of an area, we made 69% gains to the upside. We got to do something special for that, don't we? Nailed it! It's the power of the fibs. You too can nail it if you will just spend a little time with your fibs and play with your fibs. You gotta pull them out, rub them up really good. 69%. Well, you gotta really brag about this one though. 69. Gains with a Z. Always with a Z. Blow it up really big. Make it green for gains like money. Your charts suck. And don't forget, this because we don't have a turkey. You gotta put a turkey. And I think we need a finger coin. Woo! All right, now we're good. So we take a picture of this for the algorithm. Go over to our vanity wall and we say we nailed our PP. We were playing with our fibs and our PP. Or Peppy. Peppy. Yeah, dude. 69%. James's. All right, there we go. Now we can get rid of all this and see what there's going on. All right, Peppy, let's get into it. Oh, look, my Peppy trade's up. Oh, I'm up $3,000 on my Peppy trade. On my, it's a paper trade, but I got in down here and said, hey man, Peppy looks like she's in a good spot. Double bottom situation right here. Let's jump in, baby. Oh, baby, I've got, 500 million of them at a lot of zeros in 858, and now we're at lesser zeros in 1408, and that's cool. We're above the 200 moving average. Am I going to get greedy? I should probably take some profits, even though it's a paper trading thing. Peppy, where you at? Right here? We need to take a little profit. I had $14 in this trade, and it is, oh my god. Oh my gosh, they changed things over on this day trading, or this paper trade thing over. It didn't used to be leveraged or margin, and I don't know what it is or how to control it, but now it tells me I got $14 in that trade. I bought 500 million Peppy, $14 back there. My market value is now $7,500. My trade, or whatever, I'm up $3,000 off of a $14 trade. I think this is, I don't know how this works. What is this, 500? I thought I saw 500 to 1. I don't know. Anyway, we are definitely going to partial close. And I am going to, we'll change that to a 2. Partially closed. Take that profit. Yay! And now we did. I'm still down $1.2 million on Onyx coin though. Man, I hate losing a $1.2 million. That sucks. Sounds crazy. All right, so we did that. Look, we took some profits over here on Peppy too. We nailed the tops, nailed the tops, nailed the tops. That's what those arrows mean. That's where I sold. Those are, yeah, that's cool. I was on top of my game there, probably checking my fib levels and everything, but. So we're at an area to get rejected, and we are getting rejected, so we could be coming down. That's why I wanted to take some profit, because we're above the 200, could lose it. Other moving averages down here on the daily. We could be coming back, and you know, we did have this double bottom here. I don't see the really good retest, and it might be coming, or to retest these areas here. We pulled our fibs. We didn't mark our lines, but same thing that we always do. Now, if I take my fibs, I would probably, a lot of times you'll see a nice little buy fib, and in this case it's the 0.5. Sometimes it cocomes out to the 0.618. It just varies, but they overlap. That's a good place to buy on a retracement, 50 cent per retracement. So it can work either way you're looking at there. Our next target's up. Going to be these guys. It's this easy. I don't want to say it's easy. I mean, it's this easy to plan it out. It's excruciating sometimes to actually execute and have the patience to wait for targets to get hit. Like if I were watching this paper trade every day, all this, I probably would have got out of it a long time ago and said, no, I'm be all scared. But if you just kind of, you know, set and forget sometimes, if you're a swing trader, a midterm holder, you got a job, you got a family, you got kids, you can't be here on the charts on the 1 minute every day. Most people cannot. I think that's what YouTubers kind of forget. Not everybody's got that 10 o'clock section in the morning to go trading on the 1 minute for 2 hours every day. Most people are at work, not doing that kind of thing. Maybe you're in a different time zone. Got some leeway, that'd be good. So, I mean, I had to develop strategies where I limit order and, you know, set, forget, and then wait and get paid. And I still kind of do that because, well, it's just part of how I do things now on longer term plays. So I can see us trying to work our way up here. From hither to thither is 19%. Oh man, that's not great. I mean, it's okay. It's nothing to sneeze at, but it's definitely not 300%. 40% up to that one to 618. So Peppy. And if she decides to drop on you, because she can, I wanted to take profit rather than to risk the possibility of coming down 24%. Because I had 3,000 and I didn't want to see it dwindle down to hardly anything. Now I took profit, not quite half, but I'm still up $2,000. And I'll let that ride on paper trade. And I'll cash it out for paper, and I'll have so much paper, I'll be the richest paper person. I don't know if I'll be the richest, but I'll have lots of paper. If you need some paper, you need something to write on, you just call Road Dogg, because Road Dogg's going to cash out all the paper over here on TradingView. All right, so Peppy, I like these ideas. Target update, Peppy. I guess I gotta paste you first. Peppy, we're on daily chart. TP targets for people already in position. In positions. Sometimes you have to switch up the positions. You might start getting numb, get a cramp or something. You gotta switch it up a little bit. All right, so Peppy looks kind of cool. Jerry the Turtle, that was the other one after Sue. Let's check out Jerry the Turtle. Not ever heard of this one. Jerry the Turtle. Jerry. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Jerry the Turtle. Oh my gosh, can we not type today? I cannot type today. I can't see because my microphone's on. Jerry the Turtle by Matt Furry. Oh, interesting. Market cap is 4 million. Matt Furry, that name is out there. Didn't he do something with TV? It's up 25%. It's on Mexi. It's JYAI. JYAI. Are you? Where else are you? I don't have Mexi. I got Uniswap. Oh crap! Am I going to FOMO in on this one? The market cap is so tiny. 4.1 million. Maximum supply is ... That's scary. Circulating supply is 69 billion. Why the hell? For real. Hopefully all of them are out in circulation. I don't know. Jerry the Turtle, created by Matt Furry, is a character inspired by Furry's artistic style. Jerry is also an AI-driven meme coin with ambitious vision. The goal is to establish an AI-powered production house dedicated to creating video series or episodes featuring characters from Matt Furry's universe alongside those of Jerry's world. It kind of reminds me of the Tucker Carlson thing that Bannard put out. This unique blend of characters aims to produce ultimate crypto-based series. Initially, we're developing an app that offers. It might be a nice little short play, but like you see for the other coins that kind of do something like this, they had their little hype, and then things die down, and the money goes with it. But a $4.3 million market cap. Let's check out the website. Oh, discover the new era. Your contract address. Audited by solid proof contract announced. That's good. Liquidity locked forever. Community feedback implemented frequently. Huh. Let's go check this out on Mixi. Jerry the Turtle. Actually, I want to look over here. Let me look on Uniswap. Well, let me check Mexi first. Make sure our prices are the same. 0.00 blah blah blah. A little cheaper on Mexi. She is on Mexi. I don't know if you guys have access to Mexi. I don't anymore. That looks interesting. Looks like she's just getting started. JYAI. Oh no. JYAI, and there's a little bit of arbitrage between the exchange and Uniswap so far. Here we go. Here's the real charts. We cleared that. We'll now do this. Identify a possible channel idea. Tells us we can get back up to these areas a little higher. It's a little risky to get in. I mean, you can suffer, you know, a nice 30-40% drawdown buying right here. However, we draw our trend lines to help us guide us on this. Gives us a little leeway. It tells us that maybe just a 20% drawdown if that trend line's holding, and maybe some more upside potential here. We can get targets. We can get several good little targets. I mean, we can definitely double up on a channel, on a big ass channel idea. Take us up to these bigger areas over here. That would give us from here to there like 180, almost 200%. More reasonable targets that we would probably be looking at are going to be here. Just for shorter term, I mean, this one, if it's a $4 million market cap, why don't we just wait till it goes to 400 million or 40 million, get our 10x, and let this one be our little lottery play is how I'm looking at it. I'm not really looking to trade it, just more to, to 80% gains. Oh, this one's interesting to me. I think I'm probably going to FOMO in. See if we got a little something. Oh, I can do you on base. I don't have to do you over here. I've already, yeah. So the base wallet, it lets me trade Ethereum too, and I had to take some base Ethereum, transfer it over to regular Ethereum, so I've actually got some Ethereum over here I can trade. Sweet! I'll do it over here. I won't go through Uniswap. This is JYAI, and I can probably put in a little bit more than I wanted to. That's it. On Ethereum. Your boy's gonna FOMO in! I'm gonna FOMO in right now. I'm gonna do it. Swap it. And then get them good old Coinbase fees. They even found a way to fee you on their little wallet. They are so good at feeing everybody. They are excellent at feeing everybody. I'm not doing too much. I'm going to start out with just a little $25. If we do a 10x, that turns into $250, and I'm pretty happy with that. Not going crazy over here. Yeah, get your 3% Coinbase, little bastards. Rip it off Ethereum. Coinbase found a way to rip off Ethereum. That's kind of interesting. So Jerry the Turtle, I kind of like it. I like it for a longer term play because you just basically getting started. AI, it's definitely a degen risk play, but in my personal opinion, you're in a channel. However we want to draw it, probably something a little bit more like this. Get a more conservative measure move here. So it should double up. A 1-to-1 move basically is kind of what you're looking at. Wherever we break out, and from where we are here to up there, 178% gain, something like that, maybe a lot more. I'm talking about this one losing zeros over time. That's just a lottery play, and I might keep an eye on that one now that I've got a little nibble on it, and maybe add some more. She might be. I know this is a little memeish now in the crypto space, but price did rise into this. It's a little flat, but it might do something like this, and that could be a possible cup and handle situation. And basically what that is just giving you you're in another little channel, a smaller channel, and giving you a measure move that could take us up to here. I'll even mark that over here. This is a measure move target. Need to label that. Whether you want to go for a channel idea, I mean, even playing this as a channel idea, that idea is. Look, you're just stacking the length on top of the peak of something else. That's basically what a 1-to-1 move is. All right, so I kind of like this. I want to share this. We got that. We got the contract address from the website. Where did that go? Right here. Where's our Telegram group? Yeah, here we go. JYAI. New AI meme coin on ETH. Oh, we need to put some of this information out here. So snap. Not what I'm looking for. Ah, I did it again. All right, get the highlights off. Now we do it. Now we got that. Paste this on our chart over here. Somewhere. Copy. Go back to Telegram. Paste it. Paste it. Paste it. Degen play. Lottery. Ticket. All right. I think that was kind of cool. All right, let's take a look at SNEC. Take a look at them. XC probably already got something. See, we're testing our 800, 600, 300. They are bearish in formation, but we're trying to ribbon flip. As you've seen on some other charts, it looks like we're getting rejected from there, but it doesn't mean that we can't spurt up here and retest these areas and maybe even come up here from there. It can happen, especially if we're starting to ribbon flip. Channel trying to break out of, don't have the greatest trend line there, do we? Still got some, oh, you might be breaking out. Depending on how you squint your eyes and look at it. It's not a, she might be working on something there. SNEC, looking at 0.004 and especially right over here. 0.006. From hither to dither, and I think that's the one to wait for. You can also look at this little guy over here. I guess we can, was there a reason why we excluded the 0.5? 0.5 is really actually a good target. $18 people hanging out. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I'm just kind of deep into the charts here. Been going for about over 2 hours, so it's about time to wind this stream down. Went over a lot of coins, a lot of memes, because that seems to be where all the excitement is and some actual making money is. The little degen plays. So from where we are, if you wanted to buy the breakout, which is kind of risky, she could be coming down. Remember, she could be coming down there 15, maybe at 20%. It could happen. Just saying. But you could also make 25, 48, 64% off of that. So from where we are right now, 25%, first target. Second target's 45%. Third target should be somewhere around. Oh man, you didn't do it. Somewhere around 69, 70% gains. SNEC! This is in a 4-hour time frame. possible breakout. All right, and let's see, last one on my list I've got is near. Let's take a look at near. Oh, nailed it. I've got a measure move at 392. I've got another target at 420. Oh man, I'm trying to 427 there. That's our 236, the power of the 236. Moving averages are flipping, looking bullish, got a breakout. This could be a flag. She could keep going. Just because we're at resistance doesn't mean that, I mean, we've been kind of in between these two. I can see a situation where we could break out. Either way, I mean, if we do, it looks bullish and we can keep going a little bit. Probably the 425 before we get a serious pullback. Or we get rejected here and come back down to these little sweet areas, you know, test them out again. Take that one off. But so far she's holding, looking pretty good. Can't tell you which one she's going to do. The indicators kind of clue us in, and they're saying maybe we're ready to rock. We want to blast up. But right now, I've got to do our little, lovely little thing. 30% gains right there. I mean, if we're going to look for targets, might as well find ones that are going to hit and make us money, right? Gains with a Z. Copy that, put that over into our vanity wall. Oh man, I've been putting everything in the vanity wall instead of the chart. I gotta go back and fix that. My bad, no, nothing showing up over there. Near, nailed it. All right, let me correct this. I've been putting our trade setups. Oh look, Kelly, is it Kelly? No, it's AU. MG Motorsports got 47% gains there. Nice. 25x short there. Awesome. Okay, I gotta port these over, so we will forward these because I'm not going to copy that over to the trade setups. Boom. All right. Gosh, we had a lot of them. Oh no, we did. That was the trade. This was okay. JAI is over there. Forward that one over there. What else? Snack. Okay. I posted them in the wrong place, like a boomer. All right, they're all over here now in the trade setups, and that's what we do with the trade setups. It's been a dry season where we didn't post a whole lot. Supposedly I did one on Tau that did really good, and I don't know. Can we find that one? Is it over here? Peanut? I can't remember what I don't see. I see Miro. There we are, Tau. Confirmed bear trap right here. When we were at, what, 424? Aren't we still around there? I had target 459, 522, and 578 was a measure move for this channel. I doubt that we're there yet, but I liked how it was coming up. How's Tau doing? $463. Well, I'm not seeing. She did get up to 489 there. What do we have? So we've knocked out this one and got above. What do I have? 460. Okay, and that's where we are right now. So we came up to our first target, basically. Yay! Those other targets Nothing's going to change. Still going to be the same thing. Still going to be looking at 526. Still going to be looking at 625. I don't know. I'll just do this as an update. 528, 622. Is that should be similar? I'm on a different. This is on Binance, and this one was. I can't tell where this. Oh, this is just the TradingView, not on exchange. We will take. I'm just going to do an update since we're there. Tau, I think we're on the daily, right? Target update. Throw that out there. All right, Bitcoin, our little friend that I came on here to say I think she's looking bullish AF. She was faking us out. She faked me out. She came and got my stop loss at 101 and 102, minor stop losses, and I had to start putting some of that money back in around 103 and 104-ish. 103.5 and under is what I was shooting for. Because, well, she came and got me and left. She came down and did a double bottom. I had a short trade set up. She blew that out of the water. She's back into our channel. Bullish AF. This was a fake out. We may be going to the moon. I'm sorry to say it, but I think that they like to do this. This is one of the things. So we'll look at the top of the channel. So right now it sounds we're headed toward 106.5. I do believe from what I've seen in the price action, I believe they faked us out. Getting deviations. I think we're going to go up and get our higher high end. I think we're heading to 114 now. Crazy. I didn't expect to say that. We had to get confirmation over certain levels and this and that. But at least here, you know, we look for our confirmations on the channel. We try to don't get too bullish, too bearish. We're not trying to do crazy things. Like, you know, when something's first into a I mean, you're going to see some crazy stuff like this where, look, we call this flag back here, all the way up to this target. You'll see that, but they are not in those trades. They were in and out of trades, all their calls and things like that. I mean, we just try to be a little bit more realistic, and I'm not going to come back here and say, look, we call this from way back here. Yay, join my group. Because the people that were doing all this, just chasing all these flags, they had so many different targets and setups. Every day it's something new, something different, and they're changing their mind. Getting, you know, we try to lock it in for the bigger picture, what we're looking for, and finding the trades to play in between. A little bit different. We're not just trying to, I mean, I can come in and do it. We can come in and get all this stuff, but you're missing all, look, well, not take the comment. And then, whoa, we had this. The little flag patterns over here, they got all wiped out. I'm just saying. I try to do things in a way that we can actually work around with the bigger picture. I don't know. Hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully it works. Passing on the lessons that I've learned and little tricks, like when we get back into the pattern, that's bullish. And if all you're doing is drawing flags, you're not going to see that. You're not going to see what's really going on. And I just try to get people to zoom out and really look at the trend lines, the bigger patterns, the bigger picture, and not so much try to come in on smaller time frames and just try to pinch the tip and, you know, hope for the best. You know, try to forecast a little bit. I do try to forecast here on this channel. I like to forecast. And find these big moves. Wow, man, Bitcoin at 104,000, almost 105,000. It's just crazy now. It's been such a strong move, such a strong move. And I bet a lot of us are, I mean, we can always look back and say, woulda, coulda, shoulda, wish I'd went in heavier back then. But, you know, and doing as heavy as we felt comfortable to do, and taking risk and getting in, but nibbling, just because we didn't know. there's the possibility, but there was also other possibilities for lower lows, and it started becoming less and less likely as we started doing some things, but now it's starting to look really, really nice. Complete ribbon flip on the 2 hour. Complete ribbon flip. We are bullish AF on the 2 hour. Great time frame to watch for. Any pullbacks now are considered gifts, in my personal opinion, as that I think we are entering into the possibly the bull market's back on. Not playing out anything like I thought maybe it would. It's kind of wild, and yet we still can't get too. I got to drive this home. We can't get too bullish just yet. We still got other levels to get above. We are still at an 886 area of resistance. If you look over here, there is a resistance trend line area that we are still above. It looks bullish AF, and it's possible. If we continue up, my story is if we go up above 106 and clear it, we could be looking for something really, really big. We still got some resistance, but this was the other idea that was leading to me changing to a more bullish narrative. It's what I talked about at the beginning of the stream. Rising wedge, we're breaking out of this one. This is our current resistance. That's what I just showed you on the other channel. It's on the other chart. It's just a channel. Same thing we did back here, still resistance. If we break above that, then we can be pretty much confident that higher highs are coming. The other idea that I've got to warn you about, and this is, I'm going to keep coming back to this is our caveat. There is still the idea that we might be double topping. Okay, so we got to keep it. We're not out of the woods yet, and I'm not saying this is it. Pack your bags. There's still, it could still get us. So you got to be cautious. But I do hope for a higher high, just because if we don't, and if we do double top here, that will be making a lower high. And that could change the scenario a lot. So we are still in a cautious area. We don't want to get too bullish, and don't want to forget that it can still flip around and go bearish on us, but it's looking so promising, so promising. And just to give you, now you're saying, well, this and that. Then now I'm going to take you back to the weekly. And I want to tell you why that I'm still leaning so bullish, and drive this home. MACD, the big weekly MACD, the one that kind of like when she speaks on the weekly, her word is gold. Doesn't mean there can be some fluctuations up down, but it does take away that scenario of us going down to that lower low 40,000. No, this is our lower high. Now we're going to go down to 60. As long as this is crossing bullish and we're in the blue over here, that is giving us the chance to go to higher highs. The MACD on the weekly is the signal that is making me bullish AF right now, and having the conviction that, yeah, we can make that higher high. So keep in mind, still at resistance, be cautious, but it's looking good. It is looking good and strong on the bigger time frames, and they're the ones that matter. So what will probably happen is that we will flush out, top out, our stochastics will run flat like she did over here. And what did she do when she run flat? Well, we were still kind of still in range, but we could continue on up. Let's see what happens. There's still a lot of things, but it's looking really, really good. Not looking nearly as scary as it was a while back. We've got some good signals going on the charts, and this may be it. This may be it, but not confirmed yet. But man, wow, ain't you behind time? I was expecting this 2 months ago. Shoot, I was already expecting to be picking out my Lambo. Ain't happened yet. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Wow, this has been a long string, 2 hours and 30 minutes. And you guys have been troopers. You've been hanging out. I appreciate it. Let me go to the end screen. I'm sorry if I missed any coins or anything, but I'll be back again tonight about 10 p.m., 10:30, probably 10:30, if I'm being honest with myself. And we'll take a look at altcoins and everything. Do our heart's desire and see if we can find any more good trade subs. Thank you for you guys beyond the illusion. You brought up some good Jerry the Turtle and Sue Ding, which I wasn't familiar with. I liked them. I got into them. So little nibbles, but I appreciate that sharing, and that's what makes this community cool. Is that we share ideas and coins, and sometimes I bring things that you guys might not be familiar with and hear about. Sometimes you guys bring some really good ones to the table too, and it's just a sharing, and everybody benefits, and that's what makes it so unique. Going to the end screen now, I swear. $105 Bitcoin, maybe. Up or down?
Yes.
Yeah, zooming out, looks like we'll be stuck in the 2024 fall resistance area for a while. Richie John says, I was telling you about JYAI. If you were you? Did I look at it? You might have mentioned it, and I might not have. I can't remember. Did I look at it? I can't remember if I looked at it or not, or what I said anything about it. But I appreciate you for bringing that up. Sometimes things, it's got me stumped. I really don't know if I pulled up a chart on it then or not. It doesn't ring a bell with me, so it's making me think maybe you mentioned it and I didn't chart it for some reason. Maybe been late, but it looks interesting. You guys are staying on your toes. You're doing a good job out there on finding some new interesting projects. Obviously, thanks for info, Moonding. Did I know that when I was promoting for Purple, saw some sketchy things too. There was a story released today, says Heyman, about Moondings being manipulated. 25% holders are held by one team. Oh, I haven't heard anything about that. Just saw that. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind too. Beyond the illusion. So, do you think alts rally till about the end of May and then retrace for the big pump later this year? Actually, I was looking for alts to be retracing now. From oh shoot. Because we got rejected, and I was looking for us to come down here. We're not. We're trying to keep on going. And that's we made our higher highs here. If we kind of flagged and we're still keeping trend line, I mean, we can still get rejected, but here on the daily, it looks like it's just trying to keep on moving up. If we get past this area, then yeah, we're headed 105 trillion, and maybe trying to do what Bitcoin is, trying to get a higher high soon. I'll take a little bit more look at this tonight. We'll have a little bit more chart stuff. But it was looking like we were coming back, and that's what I was expecting. I was looking for possible short ideas on, some scalp shorts, possibly on some meme coins or something like that, some altcoins, but then, maybe adding to my bags down here. But we're not getting that retest yet. There is still a good chance that she will come back down here because this particular pattern has about 64% chance to come back and retest the breakout. It does it a lot. So maybe we come up a little higher and then come back down. So those are some possibilities I'm looking for. But right now, today, she decided, screw you. Today's Tuesday. I want to pump like a mofo. So we'll see what we're doing toward the end of the week here. The big thing is that Bitcoin dominance is on the decline, very strongly on the decline. Still at an area where it can find support, but she's flirting with losing it. So I'm watching that very closely too, to help me navigate altcoins. And we'll track this a little bit more tonight, but she's flirting with breaking our area of support. That could be great for altcoins if that happens. And the regular markets, they're feeling healthy too. So, man, the markets are starting to get a little bullish. And it's coming over the crypto. We'll be sticking illusion. I don't think I understand the whole context. I may have to look back at that idea. I don't think I understand fully what you're saying there, but we'll look at it tonight. That's fine. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you for hanging out. I'll see you tonight.